Alright, welcome everybody. We're doing a little bit of D&D in the Svenzone. Everybody say hi.
Howdy. Only me at the moment.
All right.
Mantha will be, or Genesis will be right back with us.
Two.
Hopefully, more will be joining us shortly, but you know, we'll see.
Alright, and soundscape can be heard. Excellent. Alrighty then, so it is 5 after. So as I mentioned, we've had to skip some weeks here and there. And so I want to avoid doing that as much as possible. Let me switch this while I'm thinking about it. I have the wrong...
Excuse me.
The wrong screen showing. Player screen, there it is. Switch it to this one. Nope. Switch it to this one. There we go. Alright, so we'll find out if alright, yes, there's Samantha just typing in the chat. Okay, so those of you at home or those of you playing, when last we played, about half an hour before the time ended, 25 minutes before time ended, whatever, one of the animals turned off my power strip. It took me a few minutes to figure out what it was that caused it.
Oh yeah.
And then it was going to cause everybody to would have to wait while everything boots up. And my system, once everything is up, it runs pretty fairly well. But it does take a long time for me to load Fantasy Grounds and OBS and everything. So we went ahead and called it at that point. This is the only time this has ever happened using Fantasy Grounds for the 7, 8, 10 years, however long I've been using it so far. The map I had drawn, the additions to the map I had made were all gone for this pocket dimension.
Oh no.
And all the portraits were gone. So I've been frantically trying to rebuild the map and then finish the map, because I hadn't actually finished the map completely by the last time we played. And then came back on and realized I hadn't yet to finish getting all of the ports reset. Tusk has disappeared. Also, his full body picture has disappeared. So I have a couple other locations I think, because I sent some to make the video. So I sent his full body picture to people there. Then it also might be in Discord somewhere. So in the meantime, he is a grayer skinned, and wearing a skull cap.
Might be able to hopefully fix that soon.
And yeah, if you have it on your computer, that would be cool too, because players only have access to the ports they have on their computer. So I have a couple other half orcs, but I thought this one was the coolest of the ones I have access to. Let me go ahead and release. Release gimbal. And I want to open up and fix his. So I'll just drag his token because his token is still there for whatever reason. And I'll open him up over here. Well, before I open him up, do either of you want to use or run the Warlock Wizard?
I already play a double caster, so I'm okay with not doing
as
it.
the
Okay.
resident barbarian simple guy. Kendrick, if you don't mind, I can run him for you.
All right. So in theory, like I said,
Fine with me.
there you go. So yeah, so he's here in Discord. It's just a matter of just clicking the buttons as he says to. So you should be able to grab him now.
All right, pulling it up. There we go.
I did not take the time to study all of your characters. If you Tusk looks a little bare in the combat tracker. So just double check your effects and stuff and make sure that everything is the way that it should be. Like I said, I've never had a problem with Fantasy Grounds doing this before. And it just seems like some odd things it took away, and some other things that should have left alone, it didn't. So just double check your stuff real quick. And keep in mind that things may be a little different than the way they were. Alright, come on, behave. My dice are being weird. Give me a moment here. Let me close combat tracker. Alright, so let's get back in. Oh, is that why? There it is. Aha! The combat tracker was covering it up. Alright, so that's weird. It changed my DM dice too. I hadn't noticed that while I was messing with everything else. Come on, behave. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I had to do a little bit of personal housekeeping so my screen would look normal. Okay, so I tried to add the battle map to messages of the day, and everything locked up, so let me go ahead and make sure. Alright, so I'm going to add you to the map, and then I'll share it. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to do the recap, but since there are 4 of you, I'm going to make 4 mistakes. And so you will need to catch those 4 mistakes. And when we're done, I'll ask you what was wrong with the recap I just gave. Sound good?
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right. So you had left to figure out what was going on. There was this giant that was causing problems, or not necessarily causing problems, but nobody knew why this storm giant was moving in his cloud city toward Nashkel, and people were getting freaked out. So they sent you to go find out what was going on. You got to his place, killed the storm giant, cleared it out. As such, the whole cloud city he was on started falling. You took off, came back. When you hit land again, you landed just outside Waterdeep, rested, moved south to Candlekeep, and while you were there, you were like, hey, we're here in Candlekeep, we may as well say hello, spend a night inside on a nice bed. So you went in and you found out that this woman named Maya Stan had been studying a book called The Mummy's Curse, Mummy Lord's Curse, and this Mummy Lord the book was all about this Mummy Lord being able to put the Mummy Lord's internal organs into other people. And your name was on the list of recipients, the name of all the party members. So you decided to go ahead and research this and figure out what's going on and see if you could figure out what was going on with that. You found out that Maya Stan had teleported to another continent, and so you all were getting ready to teleport to there when Genesis and Kithri switched bodies, and you then had to go and kill some demons, some fiends, to pay for the wizard who then reverted you back. You did that, then you teleported over to the capital of Tahalar, which is on the continent of Tashluta, just outside the house of the all-seeing orb, which is a giant building and edifice. Here's the picture that is dedicated to the study of divination. And so as you go in, you are met by this male priest, and he tells you that yes, Maya Stan was here. She went to this pocket dimension of a seer, and the seer, the only way into that pocket dimension is to get invited by that person, and that person was Valen Sarnaster. As you were talking to him, courier ran up and said, here, this is for the newcomers. It's an invitation to go see Valen Sarnaster. And so you then went all the way to the roof of the house of the all-seeing orb, and there was a teleportation circle there, and you teleported to the magical pocket dimension that was seemingly made of crystal. You wandered around and saw a room of mirrors. You realized if you touched or bumped into these mirrors, they did damage. You carefully wound your way through that room, went up into another large room where you were floating sort of in 0G, and caught glimpses of the past. And then you went up to a room, had a bunch of pillows, and a dead body, and that is where we left it. So, I know, Kendrick, you're working and doing stuff. Did you catch any of the mistakes I said?
I did. Yeah, well, the one that I caught right off the bat that I remember was it was Genesis and Tusk that got their body switched, not
Okay,
Kittery and Genesis.
good. So that is one. That is correct. And so each person that I ask, you can only say one. So I want to see. It's going to get more difficult for those later on. Ashley, did you catch any of the other mistakes I said?
Well, this is close to impossible for me because the only one that I was here for was the one that Kendrick already said, so.
Well, you were here for the first mistake I made as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I didn't hear it.
Okay, that's fair. Nick or Mantha, I'm sure you guys are chafing at the bit because you're very good at taking notes.
Should I only answer one?
Yes, only answer one.
Okay, I guess I'll go with the last one. The portal was not located on the roof. It was located in a shed under a trap door, and it was not a teleportation circle. It was more looked like a kind of a swirling ellipsoid of light and kind of edged with crystals.
Very good.
I'm glad
And-
you said that one because I don't think I was there when we did that.
All right, Mantha, did you catch the last two?
Okay. Maybe not both of them, but I have two mistakes that one of them I don't know if it was intentional or not, but when you were saying Talahar and Teshluda, you swapped them. I don't know if you meant to do that though.
No, that was correct. You teleported to the capital of Tahalar, which is on the continent of Tesh. Oh, okay. I'm rereading it right now, and you're right. I did mix it up. The capital of Tahalar, the continent of Tahalar, is Tashluda. Okay. So, but yes. Okay, so that counts. And then what was the other one?
The other one I caught was that it's called the Canopic Being, not the Mummy Lord's Curse.
Correct. And there were actually two more. So the first thing I said was it was a storm giant. It was not a storm giant. It was a cloud giant.
That's it.
And the last one I said, go ahead, Nick.
It was a Baldur's Gate was what we were near, not Waterdeep.
Correct. And so there was actually one more, which is the person you talked to when you walked in was female, not a male. And she's the one who was talking to you, and she was very nice and gave you tea and crumpets, and she's the one who teleported you to this tomb. Anyway.
I also noticed that. I thought I might have just misstated in my notes because I already had 4 at that point.
So yes, so there were 6 of them today,
This
and
is
then
like
an unintentional 7th. So
There's this clip from Actually where they have they're like, see like the couple mistakes in this thing, and then they listed off like a lot of them. They had to fact check because they didn't even realize those were mistakes when they were making it.
correct.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
that's why that show has a dedicated fact checker.
All right, so let me share this with everybody before. Share. All right, so where is my...
Now I wish I said actually before I said the mistake.
Exactly. Too late. All right, so you didn't...
Actually, the person we talked to was female and not male. Sven didn't say actually, so I get the points, obviously.
I'll turn on my combat tracker again. All right, so any other comments? Anything? Any questions? Anything else? As she said, Ashley's missed a couple. What the heck? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. I have to get rid of. Boy, my Fantasy Grounds does not like this map. After all that time I spent on it.
Oh.
Okay, shift. Okay, I hadn't shared it yet, guys, so it's your own fault when it looks all weird and jacked.
I mean, the map popped up for me.
You did share it.
Okay, well, it shouldn't have. That's weird. Like I said, this whole thing is being weird for me. Alright, go. Alright, K3, gimbal. Alright, there we go. So now I officially shared it, and let me pull up.
I didn't even realize that Tusk's thing has been fixed. Nice.
Yeah, I just
He had
quickly
it,
found the...
which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Alright. So, to
Not sure why I
clarify...
have like a full square when I made a little token for it, but I don't know. That might just be me.
To clarify the dimension you're in, you can see through the doors to some extent. It's sort of like, not really stained glass, but the mottled glass doors. If you walk right up to it, you can sort of look through it and see it a little bit. And the walls, ceilings, and the floors are all made of some sort of crystal. And is very light. Everything is lit. It's sort of like an ambient light from everywhere all at once. There we go. All right, so let me give you more details as you're going to move you into the room a little bit more, just so we can. There we go. I'm unlocking the. There we go. So your things are unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Let me fix it for the stream. There we go.
Right, are those pillars with eyes on them?
Yep. Let me tell you what's going on in the room as you guys are now going in here.
Okay.
And the map is on the message of the day as well.
I'm just realizing that apparently the notes from the last time we played did not save. All my prior notes, stayed, but the notes I made last session didn't.
So,
oh well.
There are 4 crystal columns that have eye-shaped capstones. There's a dozen thick cushions scattered throughout the room, and then in sort of off center of the room is a woman in a pool of dried blood. Genesis, you notice there's a dagger and some sort of broken rock close to her. So go ahead and tell me what you want to do.
I'm gonna check the corridors. Jen, you think you can check the body? See if it matches up with our descriptions of any of the other visitors?
I can do that.
And he's gonna go kind of beyond to check, just quickly check down these corridors.
And Jen is taking a look at the body.
Alright, so let me zoom out so people can see. There you go. Alright, give me a history check.
That was pointed at Jen and not Tusk, right?
Yes, you were searching the body.
Yeah. Okay.
You just said you were investigating the body, or looking at it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like, Tusk, you're looking at like the architecture. Give me a his, you know. Wasn't 100% sure who you were addressing.
All right. So, what is your intent as you're looking at this body? Are you trying to find out how it died? Are you trying to identify the person?
I think her first instinct is to identify the person, but after that she would be looking at how they died because she does have a
So,
lot of medical knowledge.
go ahead and give me a medicine check. You should recognize this person. You should know who this is, and it's just bugging you that you can't put the pieces together. You've never met them, but you should know who this is. Kithri, what are you doing?
Well, I guess you can check over here where these they're just pillows, right? These pillows are.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Kithri. All right, so you don't see anything in the pillows. It looks like they haven't been used very much. There's a couple of them that are more used than others. And the other ones, so it looks like people were sitting on a couple of them and then just sort of leaning back against the others or cradling and holding them. The smaller pillows. All right, your medicine check. Okay, so as you're walking over to it, you do realize that the rock is actually in the shape of a pancreas, and it shows signs of being hacked nearly in half before it petrified.
Huh.
And as you turn the body over, you do see that there is a wound right where her. So it looks like her pancreas was removed.
So mayhaps she tried to get it out on her own.
Yeah.
It's
not my stand, is it?
Tusk, since you're close enough to see her, go ahead and give me a history check as well.
I guess it's either my stand or that human mage we heard about. History, you said?
Yes.
Please roll better than I did.
Well, it's a straight roll, so woot.
I've only got a +3, so.
Tusk is totally known for being very learned.
And just to clarify, I don't know that I made it clear. It was not an operation. It looks like this. Whoever removed her the pancreas was, like hacking at it with a dull blade almost. It does not look like it was it was professionally done by any means. Let me do this. All right, so this is who it is, and Tusk, you remember.
I remember something.
You remember who it is?
Did you
So
see the
I
picture
showed you the
that
picture.
he shared?
Oh, I. Okay, yeah.
Yes, so it is Maya Stan,
Yeah.
and you're able to, you guys recollect, and remember.
Looking down. Yeah.
Again, you guys never met her, never talked to her, but you were shown a picture at one
I think
point.
we were actually given the picture, which Tusk, if we were given, Tusk would pull it out and be like, "Yeah, it's Maya Stan."
With the facial tattoos and such, it's easy to identify her.
Jen's going to look closer at the wound. She wants to look at the angle of it, if she could have been doing this to herself.
Be an investigation. So yes, from the blood smears on her gloved hands, on the knife that's close by, and the angle and stuff, it looks like she did this herself. Yes.
Okay. Well, that probably could be pancreas from the mummy, Lord, because of the canopic being. It does look like she did it to herself. So that's a fun future we have in front of us.
But I guess the only question was this something that was put into her that she then was trying to get out, or is it something already in us, something that's been changed?
Genesis would know that it was in her, and she removed it. And like I said, the body doesn't have a pancreas.
Hmm.
It's okay. Maybe your organ won't be a vital organ, and you'll be able to remove it. Okay.
God, one can only hope.
You
Jen,
need both
you don't have the
lungs.
ability to possibly, heal or missing organs, do you?
I'm pretty sure I can only heal what is already there.
Got it. Good enough.
If you happen to have a spare, maybe we could put that one in, but let's hope that it's a kidney that you can live without.
What's a kidney?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you live without a pancreas too?
You were really muffled. What was your question?
Can't you live without a pancreas too? I thought you could.
I actually don't know.
I am pretty sure you can, but I think maybe her removing it caused complications.
There is a lot of blood on the floor,
precision surgery.
So just to remind everybody, because you don't have the view of what was missed, because like I said, I had to remake this map, and partly because I'm fishing for compliments, this is what the original map is. Just a black and white.
Oh, nice.
So, anyway.
Upgrades.
You came from the east and pretty much had worked your way. You worked your way down to the large room with the memories, south again to the mirror room. The only place you didn't go was you had stopped Let me start again. The room you came in was. What I'll do is I'll just do this. Let me take. Do I have it? I think I have it set up because of the stream. Alright, so Tusk. Nick, are you able to see Genesis and the hallway she's in?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay, so I'm just going to drag Genesis back. So if you guys want to zoom out a little bit or a lot, it's not really important. The shapes of the rooms, I mean, what's in the room details. So this is the memory room. You guys kept going down. Again, I'm going backwards. Mirror room. Ow, 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 ow.
Nice.
You came here. You saw a crystal dais to the north and ignored it. Went straight to the mirror room. You searched this little room, which is the assistant's house or bedroom, and this is the room you came in, and I don't even know. That's a weird little glitch. Okay, that doesn't look like it.
Oh, I see the
That's
glitch that you're
weird.
referring to.
There's nothing that should let you see that. This line of sight is complete. I
think it's because I'm in the wall.
Ah, that's probably why. Let me click. Yep, that was it. Okay. Anyway, so I will zoom out. So that's where you came from. So I just wanted you to know what's going on. You can go back all the way around to where she is pretty much now, and get to that room. There you go. You're back in the room. There you go. Okay. So I think she will be the only one that has this Fog of War. But
yeah, so long as we're not clicked in on our specific character, then we'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So that's where what do you guys want to continue doing? K3, for the sake of argument, I'll say you go ahead and check out the other pillows. These are much more used, but you don't find anything else. You see some crumbs, and one of the pillows has some, looks like wine that was spilled on it. But other than that, there's nothing of interest over here either.
They're lucky the pillows are already pink. The wine kind of blends in a little bit.
Well, the one with the wine spill on it was buried underneath the other ones.
Mood. I would do that.
And revivify. Oh, you're saying for them. I was going to say you had to do it within a minute. So.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Right, so hold on.
Tusk
Right
was
on to
asking,
this.
like...
I'm going to cut this out, and then I'll revivify you.
No, Tusk was asking, like, so is there anything you could do about that? And I'm like, look, man, let me look at my most powerful healing spell.
I honestly don't remember if, stuff like that, does internal organs or something like that, or, because I know there's, specific spells for if you lose an arm, but that's, a very specific spell that does that very specific thing. I didn't know, so I thought I'd ask. But good to know. You can't revivify half a body.
Yeah, don't... Well, you could. It would not live very long.
Anyways,
If you wanted to waste a 3rd level spell slot, you could absolutely try.
yeah. Okay.
All right, and Kithri, go ahead and let's see. You are Arcana, so go ahead and just double click Arcana. I just want to make sure reliable talent is working. Do it again.
Rolled too good.
There you go. So
Awesome.
Wow.
Nice. Well, it is most unfortunate that my Stan is dead.
Jen's gonna look at the body for like a trinket or something that Maya Stan had, like a bracelet or a ring or something like that that we can bring back with us to A, prove it, and B, give it to it like a loved one, maybe. I don't know.
okay, yep, it's working. Give to a level, and you've got a pancreas you could take back.
Okay. That pancreas barely belongs to her. It belongs to her as it was in her body, but like we look at that and we're like, that's the Mummy Lord's pancreas, you know?
She does have a very personalized, fancy pouch. And she, other than that, looks like she has a small chain necklace, but that's what we know is anybody that could be anybody's. Pretty much the pouch is the only thing that looks really unique and special to her.
I gonna take the pouch.
It's specially dyed, handcrafted leather, fancy leather working on it. It's a symbol of her deity.
It looks like, just having glanced down some of the hallways, the south one leads to a dead end from what we could see. This one up here, north one, looks like it goes on and turns at the end. And then there's a door here.
Why is this door open? It was closed before and now it's open. It's odd.
Huh.
The passageway to the south out of this room turns to the west. It is not a dead end.
This one, this south
Yes.
passageway.
Uh-huh.
Looking down the hallway, it looks like it's a dead end.
So that's actually not a dead end. It keeps going for a long
Oh,
way, and then
it
turns
goes under.
to the south.
Okay.
Dadgummit. Come on.
Okay. So it does. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up for me. So yeah, no, this leads to go for a ways, and there's the bit longer. The north one seems to be a bit shorter. I stand dead. I think we should still have a chat with our host, Val, and still shed light on what she came here for. And the whole business of our names being in the canopic being.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that my son was on the right track.
There we go. I figured out what it was.
By the way, did we want to do anything with the Mummy Lord's pancreas, or do we want to just leave it here?
There we go.
Might as well take it. Show it to Valen. And Tusco, I guess, will
Okay.
pick up the
Do not
stoned
touch it.
pancreas. So he goes to, and then you say that, so he stops.
And Genesis will use Mage Hand that I'm pretty sure she has. Wait a second.
Confirming.
Confirming. Yes, she has Mage Hand. She's gonna use Mage Hand and pick it up using the Mage Hand and toss it into a bag of holding.
Alrighty.
I'm not sure that it will do anything, but I don't want to find out in the wrong way, you know?
Fair enough. Because at this point, we can check some of these hallways, this door here, or possibly backtrack towards the thing we saw earlier. Of that pathway we didn't go down yet.
Yes, you have
sure,
3
sir?
exits from this room.
Mm-hmm. I think since we're here, let's just check out some of these hallways. I'm going to check this one because it seems to be the shortest hallway. And Tuss is going to go towards this north one unless someone stops him. I also have to remember the little gimbal.
Shortest hallway is like 10 feet to the west and ends.
Well, it's a doorway. You didn't count that one.
Okay.
He's like, that's part of this room, okay? That's not a hallway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's barely
gotcha.
a hallway.
Okay.
I remember to move and then bring gimbal. Kit3, are you joining us as we go down the north hallway?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Here's we got a doorway here too.
We've already come down the hallway, just open it.
Alrighty, and he opens it.
It does not open.
Okay.
Kit3, I think we'll need your skills. Shuffle.
Well, I'm tiny. It's not hard for me to move past you.
Yeah, but still. We gotta leave room for you to do your work.
Would you like me to roll a sleight of hand? Or should
You
I?
haven't said what you're
First,
doing.
I'll actually check if it's magical or trap.
Okay, so that's a
You already said it was locked, right?
investigation. Tuss
Or
did.
it didn't open.
Okay, investigation.
But he could have been pushing on a pull door. Who knows? Alright, so with your 27, you realize that there is a little glowing on a glyph.
Okay, so it is magical.
The door is the glyph is not, has nothing to do with how it's locked. No. The glyph is go ahead and give me a Arcana check. And let's see. Close. Alright, so you didn't roll a 3 because you have a reliable talent.
Oh boy.
So you rolled an 18 instead. So you know this is a glyph of warding. The door itself is locked like normal, but the glyph of warding is there. So it's probably going to do something bad if you try to open it without dismantling the glyph of warding.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Alright, let me see if it goes into detail here. It does not. Alright, so let me see. I haven't dealt with a whole lot of glyphs before, so I want to make sure I get it correct. I know what it does when you trigger it.
I'm sorry.
It's interesting. It does not say how to dismantle it.
Isn't the kind of spell you need, like, to spell magic or something for? Or I actually don't know
So
if it's
you
like
do not
arcane
see,
lock that
with
can
the roll that
actually...
you made of 18, the way it works is you need a 13 because it's a level 3 spell. And there it is. Yeah. So you cannot physically remove the glyph. Either has to be dispelled or triggered.
Okay. Well, I believe Magebane has all of its charges, unless I am incorrect. So I can cast Dispel Magic, right? Yeah, Dispel
I
Magic.
don't
or
remember if
Counter
you
Spell.
used any when you guys were down below in the
I mean, I wasn't here,
hells.
so...
If you want to save them, I also have the Dispel Magic spell.
Well, whichever. She'll ask Genesis then. Do you have enough spell slots to use Dispel Magic on this glyph?
Yep.
Alright, so
Sure.
Genesis, give me a Arcana check. It'll be DC 13.
We'll see.
Oh no.
You know, I don't think I made the DC.
Alright, so are you are casting Dispel Magic?
Yeah. Does Kithri know if the glyph... What spell level was the Glyph of Warding cast at? Because I think it can be done at higher levels.
Do I know that?
Yes. It's third.
Okay. It was cast at third level.
Well, no,
Okay.
you don't know what it was cast at, but you know that Glyph of Warding is a third level spell, and it can be upcast.
Well, I did... Never mind.
Whatever. She'll cast a spell magic at a 4th level. Might as well.
Okay? And for those of
We
you
could
watching at
also
home,
cast it.
Dispel Magic, if it's cast at third level, it'll dispel any third level spell or spell cast at third level. In her case, she cast it at 4th, so any 4th level or lower. If it was cast at a higher level, she would then have to roll a check to see if it was dispelled. You cast it at 4th level, and the glyph sort of Thanos fades away as little fades of ash drifts away and dissipates.
Well, can't guarantee there won't be another one on this door, but that one's gone.
Well, now you've made Kithri paranoid, so she's gonna check again and see if there's anything else.
Okay, you can do another investigation if you'd like.
It would be just like Sven to double trap a door.
Sorry, my map's in the way.
Alright,
That's
you
kind of
dropped a 5. because of your reliable talent.
Yeah.
You not see anything else on the door?
Okay, well, she's going to try to unlock it.
All right, so that would be a thieves' tools.
Y'all, the lowest I can get on this is a 23. Wait, does this work with reliable talent? Maybe not.
It does, and it did
If you're proficient,
because you dropped a 6.
Oh boy.
So I'm just calling these out, even though they're hidden, just to show that
because they're
your reliable
funny.
talent is working really well.
Yes.
Yay.
It's nice. So she knows what she's doing, even when she's distracted or has an itch. 23 is enough to unlock the door. So click, it unlocks. There is a keyhole, and so it's clear that if you had the right key, you would be able to open it. And with the roll you made before and your Arcana check, you think that would have also bypassed the glyph had you used the proper key. Picking it would not have. So, had you just tried to pick it, you may have been able to unlock the door, but it would have triggered the glyph.
Neat.
Alright, so let me
But it didn't.
unlock the door then. Zoom, zoom, zoom. As I get rid of the trap. Hold on. Click. Click. Alright. But don't forget, people watching, you can make a trap appear in the room if you want. Come on.
If you hated us that much, you could.
Hate's a strong word.
Strong is also a strong word.
There you go. Alright. So as you come into this room, thank you. There you see a large pile of gems filling the corner of the room. You also see there are 3 things hovering in front of you. There is a helmet embossed with lidless eyes, a tiny blue rhomboid about the size of a piece of candy. Now, that's very vague because it really just depends on the candy. So I'm going to say it's about 2 inches on its widest edge by 1 inch by half an inch. And then there's also this long 6-foot staff. It's made of transparent crystal. Those are floating, and then you have the pile of gems.
Okay. Making a quick note of this.
So don't forget, you do have Gimbal, who is also trained in the arcane and magicness. I presume he would have the when I mentioned the traps, Zinlu's, who's in chat, welcome, said I already get in trouble with Micah. I'm not going to make anyone else mad. It's all part of the game. There you go. Yeah, so I believe he has whoever's running him. Oh, Nick, you can double check.
Yeah.
He should have the
Checking the spells.
rituals of detect magic and identify, I would presume.
He has a inherent ability, I believe, to identify magic items.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
So I didn't need to use any kind of identify stuff. But
All right, so Tusk is the only one in the room. The door closes. The glyph shows up.
Yeah.
No, it's not true. But what are you guys doing besides watching Tusk?
I don't know
You
what
guys
he
might want
does
to get a
is
look at
pretty
this.
interesting.
Kithrid's probably just kind of
Shiny.
surveying the room first.
Faces,
before
double
she
side,
goes
one with
traps.
shadows.
These gems look very suspicious, so she's looking for more traps.
From where you are, you do not see any traps.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, well then she'll start making her way around the room and looking for them.
Did you say these things were floating?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also in the description I shared.
Mage hand. Gonna mage hand, I don't trust these.
Should we even touch them? I know we said that we weren't going to like try not take stuff that we know was like probably Valen's.
That's true.
To me, this is like a very clear treasure room. I'm sure the floating items are magic somehow.
Well, the simple fact that they're floating.
I mean, exactly. Giveaway. um,
And he can take 10 minutes and he can do detect magic.
which I guess, unless Kendrick has other ideas for what Gimbal will do, while we're sitting here discussing, Gimbal will start visually casting detect magic.
Jen's trying to figure out, like, if it is, like, the room that's making these things float, or if they're, like, floating on their own. So she's gonna take, like, I don't know, like... So I look at my inventory of what I've got. She's got a candle in her inventory. She's gonna take that out and, like,
What
try
kind of
to...
handle?
A candle.
Oh, candle. Okay.
Oh, I also heard handle.
She's got a candle, and she's gonna, like, hold it, like in between all three of these items,
Okay.
and then, like, let go and see if it float.
It does not. It drops to the floor.
Okay. And then she's gonna use Mage Hand and, like, reposition, like, the staff and
It does
let
not
go of it.
contact the staff.
It doesn't what?
It does not touch the staff.
Oh. Does it touch the helmet?
No.
Huh.
Gimbal's in the process of casting detect magic.
Okay. He sits down and pulls out, puts on his backpack, pulls out some stuff, starts drawing on the floor, making some incantations. It's a little harder to do on the crystal surface because it's not like a normal floor, but he's able to do it. He tells can of praise paint. Alright, so Kithri, you said you were doing what while he's doing that for 10 minutes?
She's just kind of making progress around the room and looking for traps or anything else that, like, I don't know, glyphs, other things.
Secret door.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourself as you would be moving. We're going that way, okay. You give me a perception check for each time you change a wall. Give me investigation, sorry. Or perception, either one.
Better at investigation.
Okay. You see nothing on the north wall or the east wall as either one. Alright, so she's carefully studying each section. Gimbal finishes. All three of these are... What is the range of detect magic?
30 feet.
30 feet. Alright. Alright, so the three objects are... Come on. Radiating magic.
You'll probably get up and walk to be a bit more centered as well.
Alright, give me a percentile.
Yep. Nope.
Alright, so you see
Gimbal, but
that there's half buried toward the back is one of the gems is magical as well.
okay. Gimbal will point that out. Also, I guess we'll. Well, actually, Gimbal. Their Tusk kind of goes to start is this one, this one, this one, and then Gimbal just goes over and grabs the one that he sees. Can we tell what kind of magic? If it has a school of magic or anything?
This one has divine and transmutation.
The crystal from the pile is
Yes.
divine and transmutation?
Correct.
Right. Do any of the other objects have a school of magic associated with them, or are they just magical in general?
The rhomboid is divine. The helm is enchantment. And the staff has divination and enchantment. I guess the stone would also have enchantment as well as divine.
Okay. I'm assuming Gimbal will relay all this to everyone.
Sure. Are there any divine symbols on those items that would indicate for a specific god, or is it just...
No, on the stone there's not, and on the gem you find there's not.
All right.
Let me just make sure. So, yeah, there's not.
We want to avoid pissing off my patron by taking up arms with a god.
What kind of gem is it?
Waiting for... it's a clear crystal is what it looks like.
All right. Interesting. I guess the question again is, should we take them? Should we leave them?
I mean,
Take
we should
I'm a
probably
little
leave
unclear
them.
whether Valent's an enemy or not.
Because the last time you guys had this discussion, you decided to take it and ask the person if they wanted it. When you saw them, return it to them. So
True, we did
that
have
was
some.
the last. That was like 10 minutes ago for you guys, or half an hour. But
Thank you for the reminder. I had actually forgotten we had found stuff earlier in a forgotten corner.
Yeah, it was in a forgotten corner though, so I don't know.
This was a protected door that we broke into. But we did.
Yeah.
They did say we had free run of the place until we ran into Valen. I think this sort of extends to that. Hey,
Man,
it could be a
it was
test.
irresponsible of them to give a party of adventurers free reign over this stuff if they didn't want this stolen.
you could also
It could be a-
argue these are divination people, so they should have seen this coming,
Yes.
or they have seen it coming. So
Yeah. It could be a test.
They
Maybe
knew
we
it
had
was
to find
coming.
these items to get to where Valen is. Maybe we need the items in order to see them. Collect them all, kind of deal. And hey, worst comes to worst, we can always ask and return the stuff.
Sure.
Any objections? No?
Nope.
Great. Who wants to help me gathering all these gems?
Gimbal has
my
already
God.
pocketed about 5.
the checking the walls and stuff, so she's ignoring all of you.
I think
so
between all
Gimbal,
of our
give
bags
me
of holding.
a investigation check.
Does there happen to be any candles in the room, by the way? Exotic candles? For
The
my
only
collection?
candle is in the room is the one that Jen is currently picking up because she dropped it on the ground.
Just wondering.
I'm assuming because this is a very plain room that there aren't any other candles, but there's that one.
No, I meant like in the treasure. Like, is there...
Yeah.
I own a candle shop, and it's, just every once in a while I look for candles in the treasure hoards, seeing if there's something unique, or even a
Yeah.
candle holder.
All right, so Gimbal, I need a roll investigation. Nick,
Oh, sorry.
Here's the water that you redeemed.
This is just after I buried Gimbal's player thing under my other tabs. Apologies, I didn't hear that. Investigation. Here we go. Dropping that in the tower for you.
There you go. Water's done. All right, Gimbal, you notice that most of these are crystals. You do see a gemstone here and there, but most of them are just pieces of glass.
Oh,
or
yeah, I'm
crystals. They aren't useful.
I'm a rock gnome, right? I think I would have a pretty good clue as to the valuable stuff, which is what I'm pocketing as I pick through.
Okay, so go ahead and move him. How long does detect magic last?
10
10
minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so you get about a third
Give
of
me
the
a
way
second.
through the detect. A third of the
Yes.
way through the pile when your
Yeah.
detect magic
Well,
runs
no,
out.
not right now. Right now it's. Oh wait, I turned the water off, anticipating doing it, and then I had a stomach issue, so
And
suddenly
so
for a minute. But yeah, I did turn the water off to that upstairs one.
there are, as you're going through, it takes about 10 minutes to dig through all these, but you do find 10 fine gemstones. Plus the magic one.
Cool.
Nice. Well, doing that, Tusk will go over. Is like, oh well. magical floating. Jen, you have advice for whether or not I should grab these just out of the air? See if that helps it.
Find out.
Great. I will start with the helmet. So I grab the helmet and try to move it.
All right. Just waiting for Fancy Grounds to catch up. You are able to grab the helmet.
Magic helmet, and I'll give you a sample.
Magic helmet. Magic helmet. Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
So I am able to grab it, you said?
Yes. There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
So it looks like a shiny steel helmet embossed with lidless eyes.
Interesting. And then just to quick said he'll grab the staff to get it to stop floating, and then if nothing bad happens, he'll end up handing it to either Jen or Gimbal once he's done. And then so probably also end up grabbing the third.
So let me see if. Okay, no. This is. No. And okay. Yeah, so there are not pictures of these. So the staff is a transparent crystal staff.
Six foot long.
So the only thing left is this little stone.
Okay. I guess Tusk will grab it out of the air as well, and then hand it to whoever.
It is a small rhomboid, sort of the color you see there, like an aquamarine color.
Okay. Gimbal, this staff seems to be a little bit tall for you, as it's 6 feet, long, and you're 4 feet.
Well,
dang, just alienating your party.
Hand it to me for a second. Let's see if it, how magical it is. It might shrink to size.
Huh. Didn't you have to spend time with it for that to happen, though? Like with the giant mace?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I'll hand it to him and see if anything happens.
I fall to the ground.
It shrinks about 2 feet.
Too heavy. Oh, hey, you bet.
Oh, hey. Oh, nice.
Interesting.
I guess I'll hold on to the helmets unless you want to hold on to a Jen. You're like the only one who wears armor, really, in our group, but
that's always such like a weird thing to realize. Like, I guess Kitri wears like leather armor, but
yeah, and so does John. Where I think he wears leather as well, or I think he has a breastplate.
I don't
One
know.
or two.
He's not here.
I don't know. He's not here. Regardless, we can think of it later. You want to hold on to the weird stone?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright, so
You want the
Gimbal,
helm
are you
as well?
doing your stuff?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Sven? I didn't hear you.
Kithri, since you're there, go ahead and give me another. You haven't moved yourself, but it's been another 10 minutes. Go ahead and give me another investigation check. And Gimbal, are you going to do your identify stuff?
I'm sorry. Do my what?
identify things. This
Oh,
party
absolutely.
never identifies things, and they have gone months carrying crap that they don't have identified. When
'Cause I
you
can
have
identify at
either the
will.
ritual or an ability just to do it.
Right, no, it's at will. The feat.
All right, so you have a colored stone, 2 stones actually. A stone, a crystal, a helmet, and a staff.
We don't call it colored anymore. It's black. Go ahead.
So which one are you doing?
Start. Go ahead.
No, it's you.
Pick one. Go ahead and pick one. Which one do you want me
The
to identify
staff.
first? Handy, since I have it in my hand.
Yeah.
All right. So
Did you want to use your once a day without a spell slot one, or do the ritual?
No, without a spell slot. Yeah.
all right. So you fondle it for a few moments as you're studying this thing. You realize it is a +3 quarterstaff. So it'll give you a +3 to hit and damage. And it also has 6 charges. And it basically...
That's a lot of people to be walking around with a staff.
You can give either yourself or another creature that you see a D4. And then they can use that D4 for ability checks, attack rolls, damage, or saving throws before the start of your next turn. And then it goes away.
Is it attunement?
So it is called a Staff of Fate. And because it's a staff, it is versatile, so it'll do 1d6 +3 damage or 1d8 +3 damage. Alright, so you have a helmet, a crystal, and a colored stone.
You just want to leave it up to me to choose, or you want to choose Gimbal?
The helmet.
Helmet? Okay.
Helmet.
Alright, so while you wear the helmet, you get a +1 to your armor class and remain aware of your surroundings even when you're asleep. You have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. And as a bonus action, you can cast See Invisibility.
Oh.
It is called a Watchful Helm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, and then so now you have the colored stone or the crystal. And I don't remember if I said it or not, but Kithby did not find anything on the eastern wall. Go ahead and give me another check for the southern wall. And you did not find anything on the southern wall. So all 4 walls apparently have no secret doors or traps. Like I said, with this crystal thing, you can sort of see through the wall. So if you sort of, put your cup your hands around your eyes and sort of look through the wall, you can, the same thing with the doors, you can see. That's Genesis had seen the secret door, the secret room and the mirror room that way as well. So it's fairly certain that there's no secret rooms out this room.
Okay.
All right, so which one is the last of the other 2 do you want to do? The colored stone or the crystal?
Colored stone.
Okay. So this is an ion stone.
Those are fun.
This ion
Had my
stone
eye on that for a while.
is an iron stone of awareness. So what it is you attune to it, and it will slowly orbit your head, and this one in particular, you can use an action to toss it into. Oh no, I already said that. You cannot be surprised while you have this on you.
Cool. Ew.
And in case you don't know what a rhomboid looks like, this is what they are.
It's an eraser.
I want to know what a round girls look like.
Alright, so the crystal has to be shattered. Because you realize there's something inside it. This is not like the gem of elemental or anything like that. It's not. In order to get at the magic item, you have to shatter the crystal.
Fine. I throw it on the ground.
Alright, so you guys shatter the crystal, and the particles reform into a ring.
Ooh,
And it looks a lot like the ring that Gimble's wearing.
Oh no. Which ring am I wearing? I think I have a couple, don't I?
And in particular, it's a two-fingered ring, and it looks like that.
So that's a
A
spell
ring of
storing
spell
one, right?
storing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
And this one has bless and revivify in it.
Sweetness.
Quick question. If you were to cast Revivify from the ring, do you still need that component?
No.
Or no?
No,
Okay.
you actually use the component when you first cast it into the ring.
Yep.
Interesting.
Dude, is awesome. Oh,
What was the other spell again in the Ring of Spell Storing? It was Revivify and what?
Bless.
Bless.
Bless. Interesting.
Because you don't use that enough. All right. No.
Real quick, just me looking at all the items here. They do all require attunement, for anyone who's wondering.
Alright, so you guys decide how you're going to divide these up. If somebody needs to at least hold them, or you're just going to leave them in the room. You also have the 10 gemstones. They're about 500 gold pieces each. And
What gemstones? What are you talking about?
we
Let's
will
see any
go ahead
gemstones?
and
Bunch of crystals.
take our 10-minute break.
All right.
So, see you all in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Just in time. Had to move some stuff. Oh, let me turn the light on. There we go.
Oh, should probably turn my camera
Right.
back on too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you all are able to see what you can and can't not acquire, but attune to.
Mm-hmm.
Go to event inventory.
Mantha's still AFK. Ashley, you here? Oh, so I think I'm the only one here at the moment.
Well, Kendrick is on Discord, so.
Yeah, he said he had to go move a toilet,
Right.
so I don't know if he's actually.
I'm also on Discord. I'm just, man, I really wanted ice cream. So.
1, 2, 3. Right, so
And
right
it
this
closes
second,
at 10 when we're over. So.
right this second, Gibble has 3 things that he's attuned to, but
Yes,
I don't know that he would
we did
really
talk
need
about it
anything
over the
else that
break.
he wanted. So, go ahead.
We did talk about it over the break. He did say he was interested in the Iron Stone of Awareness and would, probably unattune from the Mace of Terror to attune to that if he got it.
I'm going to change that. It just makes it to where you can't be. I'm going to remove the requires attunement to that. All it does is you can't be surprised. So I'm not going to require attunement for that.
Oh, even better. Yeah, Gimbal did express, wanting the Iron Stone if no one else wanted it. Jen, how many things are you attuned to? I'm just curious.
She probably has like 6 things she's attuned to.
I think it's 2.
Okay. We were discussing,
I don't know.
if you are interested, that possibly Staff of Fate or the Ring of Spell Storing with the free Revivify and Bless. But also, it might be a good idea to spread that free Revivify to another party member. Like, maybe
can't cast it.
I think you.
Anybody who's attuned to the ring can cast it.
Yeah, anyone who's attuned to the ring can cast the spells in the ring.
Well, I'm more saying that I have Revivify.
Oh,
so
that's what I meant.
Giving the ring to somebody, like a ring of spell storing, is a good thing, but giving it to somebody who can't already cast Revivify, in case, say, the person that can is dead.
Yeah, and if we say we give you that ring and you attune to it, and you're still the one who died, someone would have to attuning to it and not be able to, use it on you.
And I'm like,
so
I
personally was thinking Kithri if they were interested.
I mean, I'd be okay with that. Again, my original thought was to give it to Genesis because it would be more useful for her to have stored spells like healing spells or anything else. But we can keep it with Kithri until we need to use the Revivify for any reason.
Yeah. Can somebody who is not attuned to it still cast a spell in there? So,
no.
Could I cast? Okay.
Alright, so you were attuned to 3 things, now you're attuned to 2.
Who?
You, Genesis.
What else was I attuned to?
Wolverine's Bite.
What?
Stone of Good Luck and the Amulet of Stone Fist. And I removed the requirement for the Amulet of the Stone Fist.
Well, thanks.
There is also the Staff of Fate, which is just a nice staff. I don't know if you're interested, but it is a nice support thing.
It's also a +3 weapon.
Yes, it is also a +3 staff.
But
I know how good
everybody, because of GM generosity, has good magic weapons. Gimbal might be the only one who doesn't, but he's got the Mace of Terror, so.
Yeah. To be honest, would be okay with carrying it, but like I don't think that like Jen would actively go out of her way to use it because like her sword is like kind of symbolic for her, and also like
If anything,
it's very my play style.
Yeah.
She might also then decide to use, because it's almost like bardic inspiration. So instead of using it only to prevent crits, she might actually use the Staff of Fate to give people.
Yeah, so you can keep your bardic inspiration for cutting words, and then use the Staff of Fate for what would originally be bardic inspiration.
Look, man, she's never been the most inspiring of people, but she does know how to insult them.
Yeah, I mean, with the Staff of Fate, you can just say, "Be blessed."
Be blessed! And you get an inspiration, and you get an inspiration.
Yeah. Personally, I am interested in the Watchful Helm, though that could actually work well for just about anyone because you could just have to wear helmets. It gives you a +1 to your AC, advantage on perception checks. You are aware while sleeping. It does require attunement. You also
does
can
the
cast...
helmet impact your? Does it count as armor in terms of your barbarian armor stuff? Is it something that you can use while still getting your barbarian AC?
I do not believe it does, because the barbarian AC stuff, that's like you have to be wearing like armor. I think helmets, which is like an accessory, I don't think counts towards that.
No, I just want to check so you don't screw yourself over.
Right, Sven. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I doubt that's wrong, but also I think it would be just very similar to like my pants that I wear, or just gives +1 AC, but it's not a armor.
8 p.m. at the North Town. Or, I'm sorry, 8 p.m. in the Valley.
According to the book, it is a wondrous item.
Okay, yeah. So
it is not an armor.
I'm okay with you having it then.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like oh, actually, we should have done this like a couple episodes, sessions ago, and removed your AC, and you should have gotten hit by all this stuff,
Retroactively, you're dead.
Yeah, retroactively, you took the damage.
Alrighty. In that case, then I'll take that. Kithri, you want to hold the ring?
Yeah, she's got an attunement slot. I'm not sure why. Yeah. I guess she's only attuned to Mage Bane and Ice Pick, but...
Yeah, and then, Jen, you want to keep the staff?
I guess. I cannot guarantee that I'll use it, though. Fair warning.
Totally alright.
I'm like, man, I barely used my bardic inspiration when I had it. So, who knows?
Yep.
Well,
I think
for the record, you still have it. You just don't use it. You use it to stop crits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, stopping crits though. That's fine.
Yep. I think we'll just split the gemstones up evenly. Probably give the extras to Gimbal because he's the one who found them.
Look, I'm pretty sure that Gimbal already took his extras.
I mean, yeah, Gimbal the character would have, but I just, for what's in the party sheet.
Alright, so you guys can work your way south, or you can go west. They both end up going west anyway. Do you want to go to the door, or do you want to go down a long passageway?
Moving back down that way. door. And Tusk, goes to open the door.
K3 watches, slightly amused.
Kithri and Jen, if you want to each take 2 gemstones.
Okay.
I'll do it when I can.
All right. Unless something bad happens, Tusk opens the door.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I need to check something, and I don't know where it is. Let me check. Waiting for Fancy Ground to catch up. Right there. Okay. Alright, so this door is locked because you guys did not take the key, you left it. Okay.
Kithri, the door is not opening.
Wrong button. There it is. Alright.
So chill.
Okay, give me a perception check. Let's say history check.
History.
It'll be pretty easy. I'd say it's about a 12.
There it is. You do know that I'm proficient in history as well, right?
Alright. So, if you guys have... is anybody besides Mantha normally running Sirenscape?
No.
I currently am not.
Okay. So just so you know, whenever you use reliable talent, it makes a noise. So
What's the noise?
this time it was a like a witch's cackle.
Oh, it makes a different noise each time?
Yes, there are times when it makes different noises. So
That's fun.
Get 3
I
is
think
loud and
it's-
annoying. 10 out of 10.
reading talent. Let me see. Talent. Reliable. I don't know what it is that's making the noise, but some sort of is it your last name? Shouldn't be, because you don't normally say it. I'm just gonna check one last thing. It's got me curious now. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, so you realize that this is not a traditional keyhole. It is shaped. There's a hole, a depression in the crystal that is a particular shape. And give me just a second. You remember in Alicia's quarters, Alicia is the her, not her servant, but her aide or her unpaid intern. She had a collection of cat figurines, and she also had there was a stuffed cat with green button eyes and a bracelet with 5 charms on it. And one of those charms is what fits in this door.
Huh. That's very specific.
It was something unique. It's odd that a stuffed animal would be wearing a charm bracelet, and so when you saw it, it stuck in your mind.
Charming.
One of these is not working. Is it this one? Nope. That's weird. Alright. So you are not able to pick this door. It can be broken down, possibly. But there is no place to insert a key to say magical door.
Dang, does that mean that we're gonna try to get into this room the conventional way, the way we're supposed to, for like the first time ever?
You say you knew, so we need the key. You say you knew where it was?
She didn't say anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Um.
How's it going, Get Three?
Okay. So it was a pretty long-winded explanation. It's the unpaid intern. She's very far away right now. Correct?
You haven't seen her since
Wait.
she let you guys in.
Yeah, she.
Okay, I don't know what you're referring to at all then, because I wasn't here for a long time.
You went into her room. In her room, she has a bunch of cats, figurines, and things. One of them was a stuffed animal. On that stuffed animal is a charm bracelet. And it's odd that a stuffed animal would wear a charm bracelet, so it stuck out in your mind. That charm bracelet has the key.
I don't know who you're referring to or where this person is.
Okay. It's really the information, then. We do know. It was like one of the first rooms we entered.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't here.
Yeah. There's like
How
an
far back?
intern, two
How
valid.
far back?
We talked.
How far back is it?
It's like at the beginning.
Oh, lovely.
Not like at the
Break.
beginning. At the beginning.
If
Yeah,
we
it's
vote,
legit.
she'll turn to Tusk and she's like, "You should try to break it down."
Good
Well,
for
we
fuck.
could go back. It's not that
I mean-
far.
You also have
There's
another
also that
passageway
area
to the
that we
south.
haven't gone to yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
We also
And
have
there is
what?
the other passageway too.
There's another passageway
In
you
real
guys haven't gone
time,
through.
in game time, how long did it take us from there to get to here?
Well, you guys did a lot of things in between. So it's been, not to mention the room you were just in, you guys spent almost an hour in doing detect magics and identifies. So but to walk there, it's 5 minutes. But you have to go through the mirror
cool, let's
room.
go back.
You have to, and you can't touch any of the mirrors or you take damage.
Well, we know that now, so let's go back.
Okay. We also do have this other hallway that we have not gone down. It's a longer hallway.
Correct.
See what's at the end of that before turning back.
Okay.
And at the end of that hallway is 2 other hallways, and at the end of those hallways,
We'll make our way back eventually. Hey, maybe it loops around.
no.
Yeah. Nope. I was just about to grab Gimbal.
Alright, so this is a long hallway. I'm going to grab you guys once Kithri joins everybody. There we go. I can do it all at once with the selection tool. Zoom in so I can see. Selection mode. Grab you. Hold shift so you can move through walls. Boink. Alright, so go straight east, the direction the tunnel is going, and you will see yourselves.
Alrighty. Looks like the tunnel turns. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Meet me and the cookie, serious and spooky. They're all together, Loki, the Addams family.
Family.
I was thinking more along the lines of.
That's
Tunnel
the scrambled egg. That's how the scrambled eggs go.
All the way went east, and then it went south, and now it's going back east again.
This
Make
part
up
is
your
more like,
mind.
we're off to see the wizard, the one of
We got some double doors and a continuing hallway. As I wait for others to join me.
Alright, moving them. There we go.
I guess I'll. Should I try this doorway, or should we continue on? All right, I'm going to try the doorway.
Alright. So this is a large double doors. I think this is the first. I'm not going to bother taking a look, but it. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Tusk, since you're the only one close to the door.
Okay. Perception.
Okay. Are you going to move Gimbal closer?
Oh. Yep.
Alright, so which door are you trying to open, or you are trying to open them both?
I think he
Same
tried
time?
to open them both. Kind of do the same time.
Alright, so they do open. And this is. Click on Tusk. There
That's
we
a
go.
cool effect.
Alright, so as you open the doors, dark swirls of noxious steam fill the chamber. The floor is taken up mostly by a large reflecting pool. You do see runes carved into the pool's rim because they're glowing. You also see heat shimmering off the water. And on the far edge of the pool, a figure moves. That looks like this. And for those of you who are on Discord, at some point you should jump on to YouTube so you can see the cool effect of the noxious fumes. It's an animated effect. as they poof and fill the room and then go away.
It's a cool effect.
Alright, this is what you see. Hold on. I don't like. Let's see. I didn't catch that it was not named. There it is. Okay, boom. So this big crystal being. And as go ahead and give me a history check, Tusk.
I'm great at that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me go ahead and throw her onto the map. Alright, so Tusk, yes, you do recognize, thank you, you do recognize this person. The art isn't really very good. Just make sure they didn't change it in this one. Yeah, it's the same thing. So you see a tiefling that has this large glowing eye symbol on her chest, and the eyes are glowing as well, like not beams of light, but light is coming from where her eyes used to be. But you remember that this is Okuzar, the tiefling gladiator.
Oh. And this
or
is
you presume it's someone similar to them, because it's you don't see a whole lot of tieflings in gladiator garb.
This is what the crystal being looks like, or is this another? No, I also see Okazar.
No, this is what you see instead of, like I said, it's just a bad image, but that is
okay.
Her. Let me do this. The crystal being is Okazar, so let me go ahead and change that. Okazor. Alright. There we go. So as the door opens, like I said, this noxious fumes are there. You can now smell the fumes. And you think to yourself, gee, if only I had rolled higher on my perception, I might have been able to smell this before. But she turns to you. Greetings, adventurers. It looks like you have lost your way. I see you have taken advantage of my invitation.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the invitation was from Valen, and
we don't have the time
you look like one of the
to correct you
yes
from all your wrongs.
Sorry, say that again. I only caught the last word.
Yes. You are actually speaking to Valen. This is just one of my what the hell's her name? Hold on a second. This is one of my servants.
Insight. I am very suspicious of someone who will look, a guest, or someone who we were told was a guest of Valen, who now looks to be almost like a puppet or servant, as they put it. Like, I don't know
It's
if
very
the person has
hard
ill
to see
intent.
her. You can make out glimpses of her tail on occasion, but these fumes and are also smoke and fumes, so it's like she's twisted and turning because of the fumes. You pretty much all you can see is this glowing eye, and her two glowing eyes. Clearly, you can see those all the time, but everything else is sort of comes and goes as she's talking from across the room. So go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh man, the tower.
Alright, so nobody else is even close to the doors. So once you guys get closer to the doors, you might interact a little bit more and be able to do more things.
I'm
Gimbal,
nervous to
are
get
you going to
close
come
the door.
close?
Dusk steps into the room. Kind of like, I guess, at the edge of the pool there. Okay. Valen.
Alright, so as you step into the room, these fumes are definitely affecting you. So if you stay in there, you're gonna have to fight off these fumes.
Dusk gives off, or gives like very noticeable cough. Kind of letting others know that like the air is kind of affecting a little bit.
Right, in Genesis and Gimbal, since you are now close enough to where you can see in the room, give me Arcana checks. It is a DC something. 15.
Gimbal unfortunately got a 12.
Alright, so Genesis. This is what you recognize or realize. Bam.
I guess Dusk will keep talking unless someone speaks up. Well, Valen, we were given or told that we had kind of free reign of the place. Very little other instructions were vague. We did find stuff and figured, hey, could be a test for you. I don't get how cryptic you are. So I figured we'd bring it along.
Jen is stepping close to Tusk to say that.
Alright, so two things are going to happen. First of all, Tusk,
Okay.
as you've been talking to it, you realize that she does sound very odd I mean, it's you would expect, especially Gladiator, to speak in a different way, to have to be more. It just doesn't sound right to you, and I need a. Let me see if I can if I have it here. Click. I do. Okay. So as you're breathing in the fumes,
Oof.
Oh no.
you cough a bit as you take a little bit of damage. As you think of burning your lungs, eyes are watering.
Okay. In doing so, and having hearing Jen whisper to him, Tough is gonna wave Jen to like step back out of the room as he's kind of coughs hard. And he's also gonna kind of take a step out of the room and try and get out of the noxious fumes. Like, well, and if we are to continue talking, let's. That's a little fancy. Well, and let's talk out room. This, no offense, but your room. What's with the fumes? This sucks. Huh. As he's kind of like hacking up a lung from the fumes as he hurts.
All right, go ahead and give me a religion check, Genesis.
And if only your cleric knew stuff about religion.
Us kind of running under the assumption that we aren't speaking to Okuzar, we're speaking to Valen through Orfsar. But, could be different.
All right, so you realize a couple things. One, the water, these type of divination scrying pools and things would be filled with holy water. It is clear that something weird is going on with this one. You presume something would happen if you went into the water or drank it. But you also think if you took the time, you could also try to undo the corruption of the runes.
I think as soon as she realizes that, she is already like starting to like make the mental preparation to try to do that.
And if it, looking at the as you study the runes and things, you're pretty sure that somebody who, once the corruption is undone, then the pool would bestow a blessing on anybody who meditates there.
Does Okuzar respond to?
Are the fumes coming from the water?
Yes.
Are the runes around the water?
Yes.
And not in?
Correct.
Okay, cool, guys. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Jen, Actually,
Before you do
like,
something real quick, did
do-
Okazar respond to Tusk, basically asking him to like, hey, let's talk outside of the room?
It did not respond.
Okay. It looks like there's a. This is sus. This is very suspicious as all hell. Jen, you got anything? Got any
and
input?
she wasn't sure if saying this before would, set them off, but those runes are, they, if you look at them, they're supposed to be channeling divination magic. They're made for that, but they're not. It's corrupted. It,
Okay.
we have to fix this.
I was just gonna ask, do you think you can fix it? I see a small cabinet on the other side of the room. Maybe there's something in there to help, unless you already have an idea. If anything, I can distract our
I think Sven
friend.
implied that there was something like magical that I could do to fix it. I might have interpreted that wrong, though. Is that something that, like, reaching out to my god would, like, maybe help with?
You would have to manipulate the runes
Okay.
to undo the corruption of the runes. And it would require Arcana.
Okay.
So we got
So
three
what
smart people here.
wants to do, well, never mind, that I don't know if that would help, because it's concentration, which means that I would be concentrating on that, and maybe that wouldn't let me do stuff. But what I'm thinking of doing is casting Wind Wall in, like, a circle around the water, or, like, right at the edge of the water, to, like, keep the fumes from getting to us so that we can reach the runes.
Sounds like a good idea. I mean,
But I also can't see the squares, so I don't know how far around the circumference 50 feet is.
looks like
It's
it's
up
about
to It's up to 50 feet long, though, is what the spell says. That the wall can be up to 50 feet long, and I know that circumference is larger than radius or diameter.
Give me a second. Or, well, does it have to be in a line, or can you curve it?
You can shape the wall in any way you choose, so long as it makes one continuous path along the ground.
Oh, sweet.
You would be able to do about half of the pool.
Still, I think doing about half of it would at least, like, keep some of it safer. Yeah, so I think she's going to do that, do, like, a semicircle around, like, this front half, so that we can work on these runes in the front half, and
What's the height?
How high is the ceiling here?
50 feet long, 15 feet high. Okay.
She would do it as high and as thick as it allows.
I'll try and keep our friend here busy if he tries to interfere.
Alright, so you're trying to do it starting at you and then going either way, either direction, north and south, around the pool?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You're starting at yourself and going north and south around the pool like that? Is that where you want the wall?
Yeah. This person is obviously
you're able to
already
get-
breathing in the fumes, so she's not too concerned about that.
Get to about there.
Okay. And I think Kithri is also good at Arcana stuff. Is way better at Arcana stuff than Jen is. So she's
Kim was
going
also
to
really
try
good.
to. Yeah, she's gonna recruit you guys into trying to help fix these runes.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and move yourselves where you want to be.
It's gonna also move into kind of like the edge here. Those
I'm just reading through this. There's a lot here. Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
Sure.
All right. So as you start to work on these runes. All right. So, it's going to take a minute per attempt. And so I need each of you to give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Want that in chat or in the tower?
In chat. I can push it to you guys if you want to.
Oh, you said with advantage, right?
symbols.
Yes.
Well,
I guess
Mm.
Right, and
Tusk
Tusk.
is going to actually move towards that cabinet he saw on the other side of the room, kind of towards Okazar, as well as keeping an eye on him, see if he's doing anything or her. I don't know if it's a he or him, or he or her.
So you're
But
doing that
so I don't know if I
immediately
lose
as they
the-
start working on the runes.
Yeah, he would go that way as they start working on the runes.
Okay. Alright, so then Tusk, you do not have advantage.
That's what I thought.
But you don't have to roll it yet. Well, we'll just ignore that one for now,
Oh, okay.
because it's not until after a minute. Alright, so as you get there, you see it is a small... I gotta move it down here to the cupboard. Nope, wrong one. Small cabinet. Alright, so you're going in there and are you opening it?
Yep. Yeah, he'll go there and he'll open it. I don't know if Okazar or Balin or really whoever this person really is doing anything, but he'll just be like, "We're gonna help fix what's wrong with this room," and then open the cabinet, see if there's something to help.
Alright, so as you open the cabinet, you see that there's a collection of dusty divination ritual components.
Okay.
And go ahead and give me a perception check.
Will do.
Alright, well that was exactly what you needed.
Nice.
So you do notice that there are some like fingerprints and stuff on some of the dusty things that are in there, and you realize they've been moved aside, and you can tell that this has a false back. But as you reach in there and touch it and tap on it, you notice you do see that it's locked, and this creature starts walking over. Let me check something here. There she is. Let's see. Okay, yes. She's going to move over. Starts walking through the water, and you see it's only between, at the deepest, maybe 12 inches. It's a pool for scrying, not for anything else. So it's normally not very thick. And as she's walking over, she's saying, "Do not alter the runes. Do not change the room." And go ahead and all three of you give me an Arcana checks. The DC is 19, I believe.
Wow, that's just out of reach for me.
Yes,
Dang
it's
it.
19.
No.
There it goes.
Alright, so you all made your Constitution saving throws. So as this thing gets closer, alright, so Gimbal succeeds, and he starts altering and noticing the little changes that have been made to the runes. And he notices directly in front of him, in an area that's slowly starting to spread, the water stops roiling and boiling as much, and it's going to take a little while for it to spread, but it looks like that this corruption has been stopped. And as this thing comes and sees the wind wall there, it starts moving around. Let me give me a...
As I see it start moving
Right.
around, I'll abandon the cabinet to...
Go ahead and give me initiative as you guys, until it is now upset and is going to start attacking you all.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, what is with me today?
There goes my only nat 20.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, we got a nat
Okay.
1 and a nat 20.
We got all the extremes.
Alright, so Kithri, you notice that looks like Gimbal has succeeded. It is going to take a little while. Had more than one of you succeeded, it would not have taken as long. But it looks like Gimbal has accomplished what you guys are trying to do. And this thing is now aggressive and started to move towards you. So what would you like to do?
Is there any way I could finish the section that I am nearby before?
You can ignore it and keep working on it if you want. It does take
How
a
long?
minute.
It'll take a minute.
Yes. Every
Okay.
minute you get another roll.
Alright. Let's not... Wait. Are you talking about the Constitution save or the poison, or...?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, no, if it takes a minute, she's gonna forget it. This thing is... Ripsetty spaghetti. That's not really a good way to do this, is there?
Tokens are locked.
Oh, sorry.
That's true.
There we go. Go ahead.
Probably I would be next to Genesis. Yeah, let's do that. And she will hold her action to
You're just
with her
staying where
ice
you
pick.
are then?
I wanted to be next to Genesis, but I guess I
you
could
are
use
next to
my
Genesis.
Mage Bane. Next to Genesis.
On the other side, you mean?
So, can I tell if it's looking to continue going around the wall, or do I think it's
Yes,
going
it
to
is
try to break
clear.
through?
It was moving towards you all, aggressive, and told you to stop messing with it. Once Gimbal did it, then was no longer friendly. Now it was clear to move, and it knows the wind wall, and is now sort of testing it as it's moving along, trying to find where it ends.
She'll hold her action with Mage Bane, too, if it gets close to Genesis.
All right, do you have a readied action on your action page? The effect?
I do.
And if you're going to have the earplugs in this room, you're going to be at a minus on everything because it's very loud as all this water is bubbling and boiling.
Okay, then I will take them out.
Okay.
Probably would have taken them out so I could focus on the rooms, but...
Yes, that makes sense. All right. Alyssa is not here, as far as you know. All right, waiting for Fancy Grounds. Ah, it's the scry spell that makes that noise. Okay. Alright, Gimbal. He does not have Hex going on.
Yep.
What the hex? Why don't I use the hex?
I think we used it earlier and just never got rid of it.
Gotcha.
You guys haven't had a fight since you. This is the first fight you've had in this dimension. What happened to the creature? What the?
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
That was weird. I'm not sure why.
Gave up. She left.
Okay, there you go.
We'll face some obviously overwhelming odds.
So, Gimbal, do you have an idea of what you want to do, or you want me to just choose? We have a wind wall between us and
You can run
Okazar, the
south
being.
to where it's going to work its way around, or you can run north, opposite of it, but it's heavily obscured, so it'll be hard to see. Pretty much up to you which way you want to go.
Or you could run west out of the room.
You can also go into the wind wall, but I
Gimbal.
don't recommend it.
Where am I in comparison to the creature?
So it's behind a wind wall, wading through the pool. You can go south around the wind wall, the same direction it is going, and you will meet, or you can go north, the opposite way that it's going, but it'll be hard to see because of all the fumes.
Yeah, go the easier way to meet.
You want to meet it?
Meet it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can probably get to Kithri-ish, yeah, because you can't go through her squares because of the difficult terrain.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to dash to get within line of sight, but then you'll be right next to it, would not be able to
No, he wouldn't.
do anything?
Yeah, I don't want to be right next to it, because I just want to get within, striking range of any of a dozen spells.
All right. So, are you gonna? What would you like to ready? So this is a tiefling that has this glowing eyeball icon on her chest, and her eyes themselves are glowing. They're
I'm gonna go
light.
with um, the warlock cantrip.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
All
do
right,
you want
Dusk.
to like cast hex on it or anything? I think that takes a bonus action, only requires line of sight.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yes,
Would you
absolutely.
share it? Share hex.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Genesis, would you share wind wall again? I was gonna have you do it anyway.
Just as you can see within range.
Yeah, the hex is fine. Go ahead and apply the
Okay.
hex.
Yep. Um, pretty sure I dragged the effect onto him. Right? Did I do that right? Or was I supposed to apply that to Gimbal?
You're supposed to. That should be correct. Go ahead and
And then I have to choose a.
drop damage on her from Gimbal's character sheet. Make sure you have him selected as the. No, pick something else. Pick like a dagger or something.
Oh, sorry.
And drop that onto her.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, so
Maybe you should put it on yourself.
shift, hold down shift, left click and drag it to Okazar.
What did I do?
Looks like that did something
Okay,
different.
and now,
Yep.
and now drop the damage on, from something different. Try the dagger again.
Yep. Trying the dagger again.
Oh, you have to target her.
Oh, that's why. Make sure you have targeted. Yep, there we go. Dropping damage.
Okay,
I
so
dropped
now,
damage rather than
do it.
click damage.
Yeah. So put it back on her the way it was first time.
Okay. Yeah. Apologies for this, everyone. This is me trying to not used to how this works.
And you got her targeted, so just double click the damage. Don't drop it.
Clicking the damage.
Yeah, and I never drag, so I really can't help you through that process. I always just click the buttons, so select them and click.
All right, so we'll worry about it later.
Okay. Text, and
Tusk,
I'm just
go
going to real
ahead.
quick throw the. I'm going to choose, say, strength for the stat.
Okay.
And then Rage Eldritch Blast, which I'll just remember. I'll find the ready action in a minute. I'll just take Tusk's turn real quick. Which Tusk is going to be jogging around the edge here. And then this is probably I think he will stay.
I gotta leave at 9.
Yeah, he'll only run to like right there, or where he's kind of like here on the edge of the wind wall, kind of putting himself between where this being could, pass through. And then he'll I'll just real quick do a quick second wind from the damage I took earlier. Nice. And I'll hold my attack to I'll just ready bronze tusked in case, he comes at me and starts attacking.
Alright, so
I'll hex you for that one.
waiting for magic grounds to catch up. Alright.
Man, I swear, I always save it. Sven, when you get a chance, can you share the conditions thing?
Okay.
Please, thank you.
So it throws this crystal dart at you, Tusk.
Okay.
And then it steps forward. Your reaction goes off.
Yep. I will make my TX real quick. Or attack. Nope, not that one, because that's not my turn. Just regular bronze tusk attack. Hey, I hit. Alright, my mind's a little frazzled. Because I held my action to attack it, do I get both my attacks or only the one?
Only the one. And it uses up your reaction.
Yes. Thank you. My mind's a little scattered at the moment.
Alright, and then it comes up and tries to slam at you with her fist.
Hey.
She drops her fist. Has to spend a minute picking it up.
Alright, Genesis. So because Tusk stopped it from moving, Gimbal and K3 do not have line of effect to it, so Genesis.
Okay. Okay. Jen's going to go ahead and take a step forward. Hey, Okazor! And trying to get it to look at her, and when it does, because she said its name, she's going to use her Gem of Brightness to expend a charge and cause the gem to fire a brilliant beam of light at it. Let's see if this is coded. Wait.
Okay, so it's through the wind wall.
It's light, though.
And what is it actually doing?
The creature might succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become blinded for a minute. She's using an item. She's using her Gem of Brightness.
Right, but that doesn't cast the spell. Let's see. First command word causes gem. Spread light. Second command word, one spell.
I'm trying to use the second command word.
Alright. So go ahead and make sure you mark off a charge, and her glowing eyes stare at you as these beam of light shines in her eyes, and you cannot tell if anything happened.
I haven't rolled the save for her yet. Or did you do that on your own?
You can go ahead and roll the save for her if you want. Are you doing anything else?
No, I was hoping that blinding her would help. So, that would be her turn.
Okay.
Should I roll for Athena?
You may as well. I don't. Unless I remove her from the combat tracker. You would have to. It just skips her anyway. Until you summon her. Alright, Tusk.
Oop. I forgot to click this when it popped up.
I'll hex you for that one.
Never mind, Gimbal. Alright, let me look
Am I
at
within
this.
range to use whatever it's called?
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Still have a wind wall in the way.
Well, this blast is a spell, so.
Yep, the wind wall still would block it, unfortunately.
Block spells in general, or
Actually,
block?
I was just looking at the wind wall and it lasts for a minute, and I think we've been in here for a minute, so I think it's going away.
Yes, you all had spent time. So I'm going to say it fades away now.
Oh, perfect.
Instead of trying to retcon everything that
Sorry.
it would have done.
You have line of sight and you cast Eldritch Blast.
Which is, I think, 3 or 4 blasts.
3 blasts.
Yeah.
Why isn't it erasing my thing? Stupid thing.
I'm just going to roll the attacks while
Yeah, I'll just do that.
do so.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a we don't have reflex. Dexterity. Let's say dexterity saving throw and an arcana check for Gimbal.
Dex save.
As the Eldritch Blast comes toward her and she waves and it will hit Tusk instead, so roll damage on Tusk.
Okay.
And since he rolled a 29 Arcana, I will say that he's able to stop himself before he shoots the other one. Or the other two, I don't remember what he gets at this level, but
yeah, he gets a total of 3.
Alright, are you gonna move or anything else?
Well, Gimbal, I'm assuming that without thing obstructing your view, you might want to have plenty of space between you and the big guy. Do you want to back up?
Yeah, how close do you want to be to her?
Yeah. Within range of Sacred Flame or whatever else I have as a sorcerer. Or
so
about 60 feet.
Sure.
Okay. So if we just go like that, I think that's plenty of room.
Alright, Tusk. Well, that's still within the fumes, so I presume he would want to step out to...
You're right.
There you go. Okay.
Boom. Yes.
Ooh, this is
there we go. Tusk is going to, seeing this thing not seem to stop or anything, and having just redirected a blast into him. He's going to rage.
Tusk realizes he's not in a good spot.
Um,
Oh, hold on a second. As the wind wall drops, Kithri, your ready to action would go off.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm hoping that sneak attack is active. She's making me nervous. There's so many things.
looks like it is.
Ew.
A lot of low rolls there. That's still 23 damage. Nice.
Let me just. I'm sorry. I'm looking through, and I thought I had something that said something other about rolling a 1, but anyway, let's not worry about it. Continue with whatever else is going on.
Okay, I'm gonna finish applying my effects then. And that off. Yep. So rage, and then I'm going to recklessly attack our friend here. With Great Weapon Master and all of his usual jazz. Fortunately, the first attack is a miss. That second attack is a miss.
You know what?
14 and
No,
13,
no,
don't
no,
quite
no.
not.
Take my inspiration. Roll again.
Okay.
I'm
Pretty
like,
sure
man,
that gives me
that
one more
sucks.
roll, so make sure I don't roll with advantage. So that's a 13.
Wait, why?
Why is your roll so low? Something is wrong.
I don't. I'm pretty sure your inspiration only gives me one roll, so I don't get the advantage I get from.
You'd be getting to roll again. You wouldn't. I think it. If you have the advantage because of like your reckless attack, wouldn't that still give you advantage?
I guess, Sven, is that true, or is it just the one roll?
It's just one roll, but I'm looking for something else. Because.
So it's like you grant me super advantage rather than the roll you give me gets advantage. It's more like if I just get another singular die. Because it just for how the effects work.
Yeah,
Fortunately, I just miss all of my attacks, and I'm going to shift over as I do so.
Your oh, there we go. Your bonus is -4 for some reason.
Oh yeah, and then if you want to redo that, if he still misses, I'll give him my inspiration too.
Okay. I'm not sure why Bronze Tusk is coded as your base stat -4 plus proficiency.
Oh.
What?
We'll do something.
Yeah, because if you notice, you're doing your D20
so Great
plus
Weapon
4.
Master is.
Oh, is that why?
Great Weapon Master gives me a -2 in my attack and gives me more damage.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, so it is supposed to be that way. Okay.
Yes.
You're just rolling.
Oh, go ahead and take my.
Thank you.
Sure.
Roll another singular die. See if that helps.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay!
Thank you, Gimbal.
You're welcome.
For good old 28 damage. Nice.
Outstanding.
Yeah. And so that's all my stuff. The only last thing I do is like shift over to be kind of more in front of Jen. Yeah. It is 10 o'clock.
All right, Kithri.
Y'all cool with finishing the round?
Yes, we're gonna finish the round, then we'll be done. There's only one other person, but after you, after her.
I think I will just keep it simple and use Mage Bane again, because I like it.
Okay.
Um. Let's go ahead, stay.
Nice. So automatically, sneak attack is working now, like it should.
Bless Rose, hooray!
All right,
Wow,
Genesis.
getting pounded into her back
There you go.
because
Excellent.
Okay.
And feel free to move, Kithri, if you want to move.
So, considering that blinding didn't really work on Okazor, Jen is going to, go... yeah.
Okay.
I think that's 25 feet. So she's going to, like, the other side. And as she's going to try to reach out and touch him to cast Bestow Curse.
All right.
And she is going to choose while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
All right. The spell is not successful. Go ahead and make sure you burn the spell slot.
Oh no.
Man, fuck this. I'm just gonna start hitting him. Okay.
Jen tries to be
Man,
magical.
I'm trying to do magic stuff and use spells and not hurt her.
Alright, so he's going to slam each of you. So I'm just going to do it both at the same time and see what happens. Maybe. There we go.
She's going to insult for the one that hit Tusk.
Okay.
She's using
Roll
her
your roll.
reaction. And I'm pretty sure it's a D8. I don't remember. Let me check. Not yet. Okay, yeah. So it's a D8, and I basically have advantage on it. So let's see. Okay, so it takes 5 off of the attack roll for Tusk.
Nice.
She says, "Man, I think
Unfortunately,
wearing
18
armor
Tusk
was
hit.
overkill for this." Well,
Alright, so she
I tried.
slams and both of you get...
Appreciate
Genesis, you get slammed back into the crystal wall and head's ringing a little bit as this thing hits you, And we are going to go ahead and leave it here. Thank you guys for playing. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
Next
running.
week, go ahead and click the initiative, please. Next week, we are doing the Crystal Heart campaign.
Woot.
So we will be back in 2 weeks on the 5th of October. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the otherness, and whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Good night, guys.